G'day! Just came back from New York 6 months ago. One of the places we went to was the LEGO store. We were trying to hit the 5th Avenue one, but it was chockers, so we went to the Flatiron District. Let's see what we picked up. We got the straw. We got some builder minifigs. The receipt seal. And a pick-a-bit cup thing. The builder minifigs set was $10 and this cup was $9. This minifig set was something we wanted to look at because usually when you get a box, they come with generic repeated designs, unless you go for one of those themed ones or the branded licensed ones. This is a little construction worker with a little toolbox. This one's got a stack of dynamite, and this one is a New York wizard witch thing with a snake. The Harry Potter store was next door, so we got that for thematic reasons. But that's not the point of this. This is the focus of the video. I can't remember what it's called, but on the receipt it says PAB cup. I think it's pick a bit. And you can jam as many as you can for $9. This was a small size, which is about 3.5 inches tall. And the base is 3.5 inches wide. The neat thing about the look of this is that this slots into another one of these. But that's going to be tricky because the thing about the channel here, this little groove, you have to work out how to get the small bits in here. So get your money's worth from stashing as many little bits into this little container. The person at the register just totally strapped this down on the way out, just to make sure it doesn't fly out. Because this really packed in there. In the middle of actually packing this in the store, I realized the little bits work better at the bottom. So I emptied this all out on the nearby stand, reshuffled things, and just crammed as much as I could, shaking things to fall down into the little crevices. Let's crack it open. Well, let's just undo the tape and slowly see the count of what we got. So this container is not really a twist tie, it's more of a pop unlock. And you'll see I managed to squeeze things into the top of the lid there. So these containers look like they can sit on top of each other, stacking. But that means you have to work out how you're going to get things inside that little lip. Some highlights, let's see. Now these look like regular standard pieces, but it's not a color we usually get. So that was the reason we picked out of that. These look like the base of a flower. Don't really have those. And here's a bunch of them. And before we start counting of the registers, it looks like this one has got tap to pay enabled for whoever's going to be buying something for $9.99. One of the other things is longer pieces kind of made it difficult to fit into the cup because the thing is, once you get enough, they start making things difficult to jam in there. They're not the easiest. So let's start sorting. And here's our spread. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these eyes, but they just were at the end, something to throw in. I also don't understand why I have so many of these fangs, teeth, hooks, fangs, whatever. On hindsight, I would have gone back and filtered through some more and just popped them in. Let's go count them all. 13 pink cubes. These are 2x2s. 5 orange blocks, 2x4s. 6 neon yellow sticks. These are 10x1s. 8 flags, 8 red flags. 2 2x8 planks. 2 2x4 planks. 5, I want to say hoods, great. 6 orange, I guess they are wheel covers, or at least the splash you see on the side of the wheel, above the wheel. 2 of these long spike things. I usually find these on the space-faring kind of sets and kits. 6 of these pink salmon hub things. 8 blue doors. They gotta be doors, they got little handles on the side. 7 anvil looking things. That's what I can figure out. Or they look like maybe t-shirts. No. 3 green arcs, maybe. Again, I'm not sure what these are called. I know they have specific designations. 27 pink dots. 2 of these maroon hoods. They look like at the front of the car. If you can see the detail here on the side, you can see the headlights, or at least where the spaces would be. 2 red bonnets or something. They look like I would put on the front of the car. 4 of these 6x1 neon yellow blocks. These are a very vibrant color. Will be a good addition to the collection. 5 of these teal side things. I don't know. Usually hang them off the top of a building so that we can then attach something on the side, maybe like a painting or someone climbing the walls. 4 of these grey 2x2s. 5 of these lever things. When we play, we usually call these the Wi-Fi extenders, and we ask if anyone's looking for Wi-Fi. Do you want Wi-Fi? 3 of these tan circle looking things. 1 of these green jagged slope things. And on looking back, I should have grabbed another one because it feels weird to have just a single one out of place now. 12 of these wedges. Yeah, these are wedges. Just what else you do with them? 13 of these brown side knob things. I feel like these are the same kind of situation as these teal 2s. Where I guess in the cases where you want just the one. 2 of these engine rider things that you see in the muscle car front. Looks like we're only having a drag race between 2 cars. Because that's all we have to kit out. 12 of these horns. 22 disturbing eyes. No idea what we're going to do with all these eyes. It's like a museum of beheaded dolls. Notice that there is a single eyelash closed there. Everything else is beady wide open. 6 cash registers. This is the reason we started building up the whole cup, because we don't have any of these. Haven't really seen these in our kit. So this was the draw that started all this. Now, if my math is correct, which I'm now suspicious of because I missed counting these little whatever, this is either 238 or 240 or very much in that vicinity. That's more than this box from the Avengers set, or it's just right on the time with this Belle's Castle on the Disney series. Just about the same. So it's 240 pieces in this little cup for $10 plus tax. Now, we originally spent an hour in the actual store cramming them in. I'm going to see if I can jam them all back into this little cup in less time than that. Hindsight means I'm going to filter through and put the big pieces this time. That's a lot of wasted space. And I'm very unsure of how I actually got this all in the first place. And there we have it. Without the assistance of tape, we got 240 pieces back into this little cup. I'm surprised I managed to do that. I thought at the start of it, I was gonna pack it in the wrong way. Because I can still see a lot of gaps. That's something. That could be a whole bunch of eyes as well. Maybe get some Wi-Fi in there. That's 240 pieces, all jammed into this little bucket. This is a small version, and it's a $10 cup. So I guess next time you're in New York, swing by the LEGO store or some other location, grab a little small bucket and see if you can jam as many or even more pieces into this little thing. See you next time on Mr. Squiggle.